Janie, are you all right? What's wrong with you?
I'm so excited.
Oh, I've never been in this house before. Is it as gorgeous on the inside as it is on the outside?
It is, and I haven't even been here in about a year. We're at the home of Mikey and Ed Coogan, Mikey's better known as the Christmas Tree Lady, and you're going to find out why in just a few minutes. I'm so excited to be here.
I am certainly looking forward to this. I know one thing, the entrance is certainly inviting.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
One thing before we go in, I want to talk about is some of the things that are going on.
Okay.
Creative Lights is it's going on in the county, and there's a contest. It's sponsored by the Timberloft Restaurant, and you can win a $50 gift certificate.
Wow.
Yeah, all you got to do is come by the chamber and sign up, and there is an ad in last week's paper, and you just search that out and get that ad and fill that out, and you can bring that by the chamber, or you can go online, and it's basically all the rules are stated in that piece of paper and in the
And there's
newspaper.
several categories, correct?
There's 3 categories that I remember, and I know they're allowing commercial entries this time.
Oh, okay.
Now, the commercial entries aren't for the contest, but the other entries are, and it's a $50 gift certificate to the Timberloft Restaurant.
Okay. That sounds like fun. So if you like to decorate your home, please get in on this. This is a great opportunity to show all the hard work you've done, and just it really makes other people feel good to drive by, or it does me, to see all the lights. So get involved in this. Call the chamber, go online, and get registered for this. They have until when?
I think they've got until the 15th or 16th to turn their form in, and then the judging is not going to be up until like the 21st.
So right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas, and then they'll announce the winners, and it's an exciting thing. We had some really good winners last year. I got to go by and put the signs out for the winners. I was really impressed with the decorations.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
you're going to be
great.
Impressed here in a few minutes.
Well,
when we go
I'm
inside.
looking forward to that when we get to go inside there.
I'm still excited.
When we were at the parade, we got to talk to some different people, and if you want to listen to those interviews, we talked to Birchie's Boutique. They were in the Walton Hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Walton Hotel is one of our chamber members, Mr. Digger Poindexter, and they opened that up and allowed them to come in there, and it was open during the festivities, and it was a great place for people to come in and look around, so I enjoyed that. We went to Step Into the Past Antiques, and we talked with a couple of young ladies there. Miss Turner, she decided that she would like to have her niece and one of her friends talk, and so we interviewed them. We went down to the thrift store, Second Editions, where the Help Center is.
Yes.
Talked to Jody Smith. Then we also went down to the Humane Society. Miss Susan Blanchard was there, and they were letting people know about their message about animals in Smith County. And that's something that people should pay attention to. We have an obligation to try and help the animals that are in Smith County things to be better for them, and that's what they're all about.
And spay and neuter, that's the big key right there.
As a matter of fact, in her interview, she'll talk about that, and she gives some good information out. Then we had Mr. Danny Vaughn with the carriage. We did a little interview with him with his horse there on the street, and they're going to be there next year. So if you want to ride the carriage and the horse, show up early and get in line, and you'll be able to ride the horse and carriage. He's also going to be at William Walton Days in the summer. So you get 2 opportunities to ride the horse and carriage around the square. And then we had the inaugural Polar Express run.
Oh, for all those that love to get in those running races, the 5Ks, 10Ks, that kind of thing?
This was a 5K, and it was great. I had a good participation, and had some, it was some good times there. Some of them really beat their other times that they had before, but I won't tell you all about that. Well, I think we did an interview with Miss Sheila Farrell. She runs in a lot of those. Okay. And it was a really good race. And right before they started the race, they had the dance studio do a performance.
Oh,
and
wow.
So you'll be seeing that in the tape as well. So we got a lot of exciting things to look forward to. So we hope you'll stay with us, and we're going to go into Miss Coogan's. You want to do the honors and ring the doorbell?
Sure, let's do that. I can't wait.
Hello, welcome to the Christmas Lady's house.
Well, thank you.
I'm so glad y'all are here.
Well, thank you very much.
We're glad to be here. I couldn't wait. I was jumping up and down. Let's go in, Bill.
We're excited about coming in.
Okay.
After you. Well, Miss Mikey, thank you for letting us in. I think Ed come and got Rocky. I'm really wowed by these trees. I'm going to go find Ed, and I'm going to let Janie talk to you about all this stuff, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I am thrilled. Mikey, we're just so happy to be here in your lovely home. And now, he mentioned Rocky, so we better tell everybody who Rocky is.
Rocky is our rescue dog. We found him in Kentucky, and he's just a part of our family.
Good for you for rescuing. I know the Humane Society will be glad to hear that. Now, we're not going to be able to physically go and do this interview in room by room, but we are going to show some scenes from each of your rooms. But I have a few questions that I'd like to ask you first so that we can let our listening audience and viewing audience know what made you decide to do all this beautiful Christmas tree work.
Well, I have always loved Christmas, and I bought my first tree in 1972, and every year I just add to it. And a couple of years ago, it just got to be so much that I couldn't take it up and put it down every year. So for my 60th birthday, I asked my husband if I could just leave it up, and he laughed and said that would be fine. So I have just crossed over to the dark green side, and I leave it up year round, and I love it. I celebrate Christmas every day, and it makes me happy every day.
Well, you know, that's a wonderful thing, and that's a great way to look at life, too. If we could be as joyful every day as we are at Christmas, what a difference it would make. Now, I have heard different stories, so I want you to let us all know the correct version of this. I've heard you have maybe 100 trees, and then I heard you had more than that. How many trees of all sizes do you have in this house?
My grandson Dane said I had 138, but I've added a few since then, so I don't know the exact count. But my smallest one is 1 inch, and my tallest one is 12 foot.
Wow. And our viewing audience is going to be able to see this. We're actually going to do a camera shot throughout the house, so you'll be able to see all of these trees. But let's talk about which room in this beautiful home of yours do you have the most trees?
The master bedroom. I have 4 in there.
And I noticed in the master bedroom, and you all will get to see this as we go through this interview, but you have a rotating tree.
Yes, and I just love it. And Janie, I forgot to tell you, I have 50 little trees just on top of my kitchen cabinets.
50?
Yes, 50.
Now, where do you get all the decorations for all these trees?
Well, I go to yard sales. I go to the Carthage Help Center. I go to Goodwill's. I thank Christmas year round.
So you're always on the lookout for Christmas trees. Are all of your trees new? Do you buy some of them from the Goodwill store and places and Help Center and places?
All of my trees are repurposed, except for maybe 2 or 3. And when people are done with it, it becomes my treasure.
And I understand that you have a tree in the dining room that is dedicated to one of your good friends. Would you like to tell them a little bit about that special tree of yours?
Yes. In the 1970s, I used to fix a lady's hair, and she was my friend, Miss Ethelene Burton, and she passed away this past year, and I went to her estate sale, and I bought her Christmas decorations, and I made a tree in honor of her, and it's my Ethelene Burton tree, and I just love it, and every time I look at it, I think about my friend.
You know, that's neat. I like the fact, and I love that tree, by the way. It's one of my favorites. Gosh, I don't know if I have just one favorite. I love them all. I do know that you have the black tree that has all the white and red decorations, I think, and you've got your tuxedo tree. Tell us about some of the names of the other trees that you have.
I have one called the Bethlehem tree, and I have a big peacock on top of it that me and my grandson CJ, we picked out together on a trip to Lebanon. And I have a autumn tree, and I have a peacock tree that my FCE friend, Janice Ellenberg, she raises peacocks, and she gave me the feathers. I have a Santa tree, a snowman tree. I have a bride doll tree. And I have a tree that I call my Holy Spirit tree. It has a paper chain on it made out of the whole New Testament. And I have so many, it's hard to talk about it. I have a red hat room that has all red and purple decorations. I have an Easter tree, and it's in the a room where I do a lot of spring and Easter and flowers and things. And I just love decorating.
Now, I know that all these trees are your creations, but you created one in your master bath especially for your husband. Tell the folks that are listening and watching us, tell them a little bit about that little tree.
Well, it is a small tree, and it's decorated with Southwest decorations and the whole bathroom. My husband loves Arizona. His son graduated, and his daughter-in-law graduated from Arizona State, and he got to go there twice for graduation and their wedding, and he always wanted to see the Grand Canyon. So I did his whole bathroom in Southwest, and he loves it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you dedicated something especially for him, because I know a lot of this is what you wanted, but it's always nice to include him too. Yes. Now, I know you've had a lot of visitors that have come here. Many of them are local FCE clubs, that's Family and Community Education Clubs, and if you're interested, give us a call at the Extension office, 735-2900, and we'll tell you all about our FCE clubs in the county. But going back, I can't help but I have to advertise, don't I, Mikey? Mikey's one of my FCE members too. Right. But I know that you've had a lot of clubs. How many groups have you had come here?
Well, I've had over 150 visitors this year, and I've loved every one of them. And the most favorite thing is when they walk in the front door and their mouth opens and their eyes get big and they just can't believe it. And it is such a thrill to share my home with people. And it just, they tell me that it puts them in the Christmas spirit.
Absolutely. I mean, I know you couldn't see me out front, but I was like, I want to go in. I can't wait to go in. I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays, and coming to your home is just such a treat. Thank you. Now, do you care if people were to want to visit? Would that be okay?
I would love it. I would just love it.
What would they need to do?
Call me. You want me to give my phone number?
Sure.
735-6203.
And now you're going to stay decorated?
24/7.
So if you want to come in June, if you want to come in July, it's going to look the same way then. Well, she might add a tree or two, right?
Right. One day a week I play with my Christmas trees, and I have a good time.
Well, you can tell, and it is just a beautiful place, and we thank you so much, and we're going to go look around some more, and gosh, I'm just so thrilled to be here. Thank you so much. You are such a blessing to our community.
Thank you so much, Janie. I love you.
Love you too.
We're here at the home of Mikey and Ed Coogan, and it is beautifully decorated. Behind me is the poinsettia tree, and I think just immediately behind me is the Bethlehem tree. And I tell you, they're decorated beautiful, aren't they, Mayor?
Oh, it is. It's wonderful to be here today, Bill. All the Christmas trees and all the decorations. There's no telling how much time it took to do this, and I'm sure that Mikey will tell all about that in a few minutes. But it's just wonderful to be here today, and just a wonderful time of year.
Well, it sure is. But you're here to talk to us about an event that's going on for the foster children, I believe.
That is great. December the 13th at the Smith County Agriculture Center, there's an auction for the foster children in Smith County. All the money that is raised there goes to the foster children in Smith County. Several children that are in the custody of foster parents here in Smith County. Last year it was the 7th year of the auction, and we raised over $4,000 to be able to help with Christmas and other needs for the boys and girls in Smith County. Miss Cindy Hawkins at Smith County Bank, of course you can reach her if you have any questions about it. Her number is 615-735-2800, or you can call me at my office, 615-735-2294, extension 4. Throughout the year, there's some needs that come about with foster children. And I'm most especially, I'm thankful to the parents, that the people that will take in the foster children, because I can't imagine how it would be, to just not have somebody to have as your family. And they'll take these children in and take them as part of their family, and they are. And I'm just thankful for that. But the auction, Mr. Digger Poindexter, he does the auction for us. And all the items that are donated are auctioned off. So if you have an item you'd like to donate, contact me or Cindy, and we're taking those items to be auctioned that day. We will even take cash, too, if somebody wants to donate cash. Okay. But I will give a receipt so you know it's not going for any other reason other than the foster kids auction.
Okay, and what is the date of that again?
It is December the 13th at the Smith County Agriculture Center from 4 to 9 o'clock.
And I understand there's several foster children in Smith County, but I know DCS handles that part of it, I believe, as far as placing kids into foster care, and I know they do a wonderful job. There is a possibility, if somebody's interested in being a foster parent, they could contact them about doing that, couldn't they?
That is correct. They could contact the Department of Children's Services, and probably even could contact me, and I'll get you the proper information on it. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 or 400 kids that are in Smith County as far as foster care in Smith County.
I know there's several.
Yeah, there is. And I meant to mention this a few minutes ago, too. It's not just an auction of items. There's also going to be food that's going to be available. When you mentioned Department of Children's Services, of course, they're not allowed to solicit money, and that's by the state rules. But they are allowed to help us with this event, and they are wonderful when it comes to helping with the event. They take care of the food. They take care of preparing the food, those kind of things. And they just took a lot of work off of us last year. And I think maybe the youth leadership is going to be involved this year, maybe some of the adult leadership. So it's just a big event, and just looking forward to that day and just raising all the money that we can to help these kids have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, and it's something that's needed, and it's a very good cause. So we're glad they're doing it. Mayor, thank you for coming by.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Have a blessed season.
You too.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, welcome back to the show. And I have with me today, in front of this beautiful tree, and by the way, folks, this is a black tree. I've never seen a black tree. This is Candy Hyatt. And Candy, have you ever seen anything like this in your life?
No, it's gorgeous.
It is absolutely beautiful. And we're so glad that they're letting us do this interview here. Candy, you're here for a very special reason. You want to promote something that's happening in January. Tell us a little bit about the event that's occurring in January.
Yes, ma'am. Riverview Regional is actually hosting a beauty pageant for the Relay for Life. We actually have some helpers that have come aboard to do it for free for us. They're called the Southern Dixie Dolls. They do pageants statewide. But they've offered their assistance to help us do this. It's our first annual. It's going to be January the 17th at the Smith County Ag Center. We're having girls from 0 to 18 and boys from 0 to 7. It's going to be $40 entry fee and then $65 if you do optionals. All the proceeds go to the Relay for Life to help patients that have cancer.
That is a wonderful thing. What is the name of this event?
The Winter Wonderland, Relay for Life Winter in Wonderland.
Winter in Wonderland pageant. So now you said something about that you start from 0 all the way up to 18. Are there different categories?
Yes, ma'am. They'll be age group appropriate. So there's going to be 7 female categories and then 4 male categories.
Okay. Now, how does someone go about registering for this?
You can go online to the SouthernDixieBelle.com.
Now, say that slowly again.
SouthernDixieBelles.com.
SouthernDixieBelles.com. Okay.
I think the chamber has the link on their website. So if not, you can call me at Riverview. My number is 735-5180. And you can ask for me, and I can help them with that.
Okay, so if you would like to be in this beauty pageant plus help with a great cause,
Yes.
this would be great. What is the deadline to register for this?
We will be taking entries at the door that evening. Also, something big that's going to happen is each contestant will be able to get sponsors. So the contestant that has the most money raised through sponsorship will win a large crown and a large trophy.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. And all that money will go into the relay as well.
Now, is that is that an extra type of
Yes,
part of the
it's not
contest?
required. It's just something that they can do as an option.
Okay.
And we're hoping that'll bring in a lot of money. A lot of the girls are really excited. They get a really large crown. The guys can do it too, but the girls are really on board with it.
Now, will you have first, second, and third place?
We'll have a winner and then first, second, third, and fourth runner-up.
Okay. Well, that sounds wonderful. And so bring your children, bring your grandchildren, bring your babies, bring your teenagers. You've got something for everybody,
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
you?
And also, it doesn't have to be from Smith County. Any county
Okay.
surrounding is invited to join. We have several girls from Sumner County coming in, so we're pretty excited about this.
Okay, so you can start right now. If you'd like to go ahead and get registered before Christmas, you can take entries.
Yes, ma'am.
Go to the what is the name again?
SouthernDixieBelle.com.
SouthernDixieBelles.com, and you can get the registration form, and it's a $40 fee per person.
Yes, ma'am, and they don't have to pay until the night of the pageant. It's $40 entry fee, and then $65 if they want to do the optionals.
Okay, what's the optionals about?
The girls have the prettiest smile, prettiest eyes, and most beautiful. Guys will have most handsome and best dressed.
Okay. Well, that sounds fun.
Yes, and there will be trophies for each winner and each runner-up.
Okay, great. Well, Candy, thank you so much. This is such a worthwhile cause,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I'm excited to see how it works out. It
Thank
sounds
you.
great. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Well, we're here at Mikey and Ed Coogan's kitchen, and I'll tell you, it is decorated immaculately, and I'm really enjoying this tour of the house. Before we go on with any more of the tour, what I'd like to do is talk about one of my favorite places. Our friends down at Granville, Tennessee, they're chamber members, and they support us, and we support them. And Janie, I think you've got some things that you can go through there and let us know what's going on.
Yes, certainly. First of all, I want to let everyone know there is so much. Granville's beautiful this time of year, and if you have never been there, you need to go, don't they? It's one of my favorite places, too. Maybe second to Mikey and Ed Coogan's house,
There you
okay?
go, yes.
All right. First of all, December 10th at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., the Sutton Store Players will be performing their version of the famous Christmas to Remember in Mayberry. And folks there is $20 per person. And folks there are the actual actors. And I've heard it is wonderful. I haven't been able to go.
I got to see it once. My wife and I went down, and it is absolutely wonderful. I really enjoyed it.
And if you don't have tickets, you better call quick because they sell out really fast.
Full house the night I was there.
I think it always is. There's also some Christmas bluegrass shows that will be going on the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th of December. Sutton Old Time Music Hour special Christmas music starts at 6 p.m. Radio taping will be at 7. It's actually a live radio show, a radio taping. Dinner's at 5 and 6:30 p.m. Christmas Southern style dinner, and they do have reserved seating for that. So it is $15 per person. You will need to call the Sutton store in Granville to get reservations. And then there is a Christmas to Remember in Granville, December 13th. This is when they have the Christmas musicals. They have the antique toy show and the story of the Christmas trees, a taste of Granville, storytelling, and Sutton Homestead. So all those things will be open. And then on from November 6th through December 28th, from Wednesday through Fridays from noon until 3, they have Deck the Halls, A Christmas to Remember. And this is a time where you can visit the old Granville store, the Sutton Homestead, tour all these places. Take the time to come down. Let this be a part of your Christmas holiday. I guarantee you're going to love it. I guarantee it. Don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I think folks should take a little time and go down there and look. And Granville, is open all during the year, but they especially do a good job during Christmas. Now, I know you had some, there's unfortunately some things that go on during Christmas that's not as pleasant as we'd like. You want to tell us about maybe some of the schemes that are going on?
Yes, and you might know these better as scams. The Better Business Bureau has sent this out, Bill, and there are several scams that you need to watch out for. And first of all, there's the gift card scam. And this is where you purchase a gift card online for someone, and in fact, you've probably seen some of these. I know, Bill, and you've seen them too, where you go into like Walmart or any department store and you can buy gift cards. Mm-hmm. Well, there are people who actually have a little scanner, and they go through and they scan the back of that, and they actually get the numbers and all that. And periodically, they call that company to see how much balance they have on their card. The company will either say, well, you haven't started using it yet, or they'll say, well, it's just been purchased. Then they use that number they've scanned. Even though they didn't buy the card, they use the number that they've scanned. So make sure that if you do buy one of those gift cards, then make sure that you ask the retailer to provide a receipt showing that the card is clear, that it still has the full amount on it before you buy it.
And the one tip is it says it's better if they're secured behind a service desk or something like that where people can't get to them.
And, they're not always that way. Many times they're actually right there at the counter on the opposite side of where the register is.
The other one here, it says puppy scams. With cute, cuddly faces, puppies make simple for scammers to target your wallet during the holidays. They prey on those looking for to warm their homes with a lovely furry friend, and they create a fake website claiming to be puppy breeders, and they lure you in with the photographs of adopting a healthy puppy. Can't talk. And before the dog can be delivered, they must agree to pay an adoption fee, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, shipping costs, insurance, veterinarian fees, and all of that. And once the money's been sent, the con artist tells the consumer their puppy's ready for pickup at the nearest airport. And you go there and wait and wait and wait.
And there is no puppy. And, I just want to say something about that real quick, Bill. This is one of the reasons why you need to adopt and rescue. They make the best pets anyway, but if you do buy a dog that has been, that you think is supposed to be registered, check with the American Kennel Club before you adopt, and also obtain an independent veterinary checkup papers before you adopt a puppy, so that it is for real. But main thing is there's too many dogs needing to be rescued, so please rescue. Now, we also have another one. It's the gift basket sham.
Oh, I love this one. They come to your phone. They call and say you've got a delivery of a gift basket, and the delivery man shows up shortly thereafter, and of course you're expecting it, and so they tell you, well, it's got a bottle of wine in it, and because there's alcohol in it, there's a $3.50 nominal charge, and then they take and scan your card, get you to enter your PIN number and all of that. They give you a receipt, and then 2 or 3 days later you find out that they bought a boat or something else on your card. So you need to be real careful. If you're not expecting it, it's probably not yours.
It is probably a scam. That is so true. And also be very careful of holiday job offers, especially if you have to wire the money to someone. This can be a very dangerous time. People think up, you have to be evil to think up these things.
Oh yeah, the people will take advantage of you if you're not careful. And Christmas is such a good time for them to do that because people are really feeling giving, and they have that spirit of wanting to help people. So it's a good time for them. Charity scams. Helping those in need. That's much like the puppy scam. They prey on the consumer and claim that such donations that go toward giving Christmas gifts includes and clothing and things like that. And in fact, those claiming to be the charity administrators, they keep the money and they use it for personal gain. So you need to check and make sure if you don't know who the person is that you're giving the money to, and you haven't checked it out, if it's just somebody that you see on the street, right, then it's not good. Now, I will say this. The Salvation Army bell ringers, yes, I always give them some money, and that's a good organization, and I help them out. But there are a lot of people out there.
Check with your Better Business Bureau. They have one of the best lists. In fact, they will rate businesses. So if you have a question about a business that not just at the holidays, but that you want to purchase an item or you want to purchase a service such as fencing, check with the Better Business Bureau. I recently did that when I had a fence put up, and I chose the group that had the highest rating, and they did an excellent job for me.
And here's the one that just would kill you. Holiday season's peak travel season, and consumers, they want to visit families and friends. So scammers, they list houses and things like that they have online that's for sale, but they don't have it. You wire them your money, you show up, and you don't have any place to stay.
And there is nothing there at the location where they've sent you to. This is a holiday rental scam. Be very careful. The main thing is to go through reputable dealers. And if you're going to be giving something away, like if you want to give to a special cause, do like the angel tree or something in your local church or in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and the one thing you need to make sure of, the old saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
That's true. If
the price is that low on what you're renting, you better check it out and make sure, because generally that's a red flag that it's something not right.
Now, this last one, I thought this was interesting. I've actually seen this one on Facebook, and you may have seen it too. It's where they offer a free iPad after you purchase additional products or something, and of course, that is one of those too good to be true kind of a thing. So watch out. I know there's a whole lot of scamming going on Facebook. I actually limit my time on Facebook because of that reason. Anything else that you can think of to let people know? Just staying safe mainly.
Well, the biggest thing is stay safe. Watch out. And I know we all hear these horrific stories about little children, and we need to make sure we keep an eye on everything. Most people out there are really good. Most people out there, they are good folks and they do it. But there are a few out there that will take advantage of situations. So we need to be careful. We need to protect our children. We need to protect our finances. And then we need to be smart about the way we deal with these things.
And, if you have your Christmas tree up and you keep your window open and you've got some expensive gifts that are showing, you might want to, cover those up or not make those as obvious to burglars and that kind of thing. And make sure you keep your doors locked, especially at the holidays. And now, let's see. What else have we got? We need to talk about. There was something else. We're going to show some footage.
Yeah, we want to invite you to watch the highlights from the Hometown Christmas Parade. The Christmas Parade theme was Christmas Through the Eyes of a Child, and it was a really good parade. It was in Carthage, and it's going to be aired on DTC TV. So if you've got DTC as your cable provider, then you'll be able to watch this. And if you don't, you can go on to their website, and there's other ways that you can figure out how to watch this. But the Christmas Parade was great this year, and we were just glad to be there. So we want to thank the folks at DTC. Wish all of them a Merry Christmas, because they do such a wonderful job for us, and we really appreciate their support. They're wonderful people, and if you want some good phone service and some good loyal people, and when you call them up, you get somebody that you know that's living in your hometown to work on your problem, then you need to go to DTC, because they do a good job.
They are a hometown business.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And I've got my business at my home and everything with them, and I have good service. Even got their cable service, so I can watch all the local programming. So if you would stay tuned, we're going to show you some highlights, and then we'll be back here at Miss Coogan's house, and I guess we'll sign off after that. So you have a blessed and wonderful rest of the day, and watch what happened in Carthage. All right, we're here at Hometown Christmas with Mr. Danny Vaughn. And Danny, you come here every year, don't you?
Yes, sir. The city and the county, they're gracious enough to let us do this. We actually do the William Walton Days for the city, and then we come back and do the Hometown Christmas for y'all each year. I think it's our, third year doing it? Okay.
So if somebody wants to come ride the carriage, they need to show up here about 1 o'clock on the day of open house, don't they?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've been covered up nonstop since we got here at 1 o'clock.
Okay, and I gotta ask this: what's the horse's name?
His name is Don. He's 24 years old. He's a retired Amish workhorse, and he just works a couple hours on the weekend, and the rest of the time he's retired.
Well, that sounds like he got a pretty good life, and he seems to be handling it quite well.
He's good with crowds, and that's what you got to have in this kind of business. Because you get into all kinds of stuff, so you got to have a good have a good calm horse.
Well, we thank you for being here, and again, we'll see you next year.
All right, I appreciate the city and having us down here every year, and we look forward to this every year.
And that's Smith County and the city of Carthage, right?
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Dan.
All right.
Well, we're still here at the Hometown Christmas, and we're going around to see some of the folks that are open. And what I'd like you to do, there's no way anybody will know who you are, so tell them who you are and what you're doing here.
My name is Susan Blanchard. I'm the president of the Humane Society here in Smith County. And we're trying to raise some money because we help people do spaying and neutering. We have a low-income program to help people with lower income get their pets spayed or neutered.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful program, and you've been doing that for quite some time now, right?
Yes, sir. We've been together since 2004. We originally had a kennel, but now we just focus all our money and time into education and getting the pets fixed.
Okay, well, if somebody wanted to donate to you or they wanted to find you, how could they go about doing that? Because we're running this through the month of December, and the folks out there, they're all year round. They love their animals and they want to help them. So how do they get in touch with you guys?
We do have a post office box, which is brand new, and we just got it. I believe it's box 74, Carthage, Tennessee, zip code 37030. Just put to the Humane Society.
Okay, so box 74 in Carthage.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
All right, and do you guys have meetings or anything like that during the year?
Yes, we meet the second Tuesday of every month up at Tom Arnold's Construction. They let us use their cafeteria, the little lunchroom in there, at 7 o'clock at night. We meet for about an hour and a half, and we just have a good time.
Well, and you should at the meetings, but what I think is the wonderful part about it is I know you're making a difference in the county for the animals that are out there. I know this spay and neuter program is really working, and we really appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, we've, a rough estimate since we've been together, we've done over 5,000 animals in this county.
That's wonderful.
All the money we raise stays in Smith County for Smith County animals, and if you would just roughly multiply that times 5 for a litter, you can just imagine how many more animals would be in this county if we weren't doing what we're doing.
And we're here, as I said before, at Hometown Christmas, and they're right straight across from the courthouse here in one of the office buildings to kind of show people what's going on and give them an insight. Have you had a lot of visitors come through?
We've had quite a few, and actually we're planning on staying here until the parade is over. I know a lot of the businesses are just doing the hometown part, but we're planning on being here till after the parade's over, so if you want to come down and visit with Santa across the street and then come over and see us, we'll be here probably till about 7 or 7:30.
Well, now you're going to be doing this next year, is that correct?
That's kind of what we're planning on too, yes.
All right, so if you want to come next year and see these guys at the Humane Society, they'll probably be right straight across from the courthouse. We're going to go see some other folks. Thank you, Susan.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
All right, we're here at the Polar Express Run on the Courthouse Square. We got Miss Sheila Farrow here with us. Sheila, what is this?
Well, it is a 5K race that we're having today to try to help support the depot that we got moved from Gordonsville over to the South Carthage area, and we're trying to continue to raise money to get that thing in shape to be of use in the near future.
Okay, and it's getting a little loud here, so I guess we'll get out of here. The dancers are dancing. You can watch that for a little bit. Wow, those are awesome dancers. We're going to be showing you more about Hometown Christmas. We're still here at Hometown Christmas, and we walked up to step into the past antiques, and we have cornered these two young ladies there working in here. Tell them who you are.
I'm Jessica Conder, and I'm Anna Maxwell.
Okay, now Jessica, why are you here? What are you doing?
I work at Step Into the Past Antiques, and we are also a gift shop. I've been working here almost 5 years.
Okay, now what about you?
This is my aunt's store, so I just came to help her out.
Okay, so you're helping out here. Well, tell me about Step Into the Past. When is it open? Is it open all year?
It is open all year. Monday through Friday is 9:30 to 4:30, and Saturdays is 10 to 4.
Well, I walked through there. There's a lot of nice stuff, isn't there?
Absolutely, yeah. We have antiques and all kinds of gifts.
Well, the one thing that I noticed, if you're looking for something for a lady, there's a lot of jewelry in there, isn't there?
Tons of jewelry, tons of things for girls, ladies, everyone.
Okay, well, we sure appreciate y'all talking with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're still here at Hometown Christmas, and we've just been going down the street. This is the thrift store, Smith County Help Center. I think it has another name, Second Editions. Okay, and we're interviewing these ladies here, and the last lady over here was in charge of the Hometown Christmas thing, so we're going to get her last. But tell them your name.
Julia Robinson.
Okay.
Jill Garner.
Jill Garner.
I'm Jody Smith.
And Miss Jody, I think you were handling the sale here today. Is that right?
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, now it's over for these folks out there this year, but are you planning on doing this again next year?
We sure are.
Okay. And what do you have in there?
You name it, we have it.
Okay. So this is.
We have clothes, we have appliances, we have dishes, Christmas decorations, everything that you see in the window. But inside, we have something for everyone.
Well, it looks really nice, and it's exceptional the way it looks. So
we had a big crowd today. We had 188 register just for our door prize.
Whoa, that's wonderful.
We had a big turnout today.
Well, I am glad you guys are open. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next year.
Yes, we'll be here for the parade.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, we're going down the street, and another one of our chamber members is the Walton Hotel, Mr. Digger Poindexter, and he has allowed a vendor to come in and be in the hotel. And would you tell him your name and the business?
Okay, my name is Marie Roberts Weiser, and Chase Collins is the owner of Birchie's Boutique, and it's named after my mother in honor of her.
Oh, okay.
And our products vary from homemade things to things that Chase gets from the wholesaler. Okay.
Okay, well, it's very pretty, and I know we've looked around in here, and you got some really nice stuff. So you're going to be back here next year, you think?
this would be a wonderful place to be again. And Mr. Poindexter was really nice and to let us rent today. And it's a very unique location, and people have been in and out all day.
Well, we appreciate chamber members like Mr. Poindexter and the Walton Hotel. So thank you for being here. We'll hope you enjoy Hometown Christmas.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Woodard. It's been great.
All right. Boy, today has been a great day here at Smith County Hometown Christmas. We had a wonderful parade, and they had the 5K Polar Express run, and that went really well. And of course, Santa Claus was here sitting in this very chair. So we had a great time here at Smith County Hometown Christmas. Boy, Janie, we had an awesome show here. This was absolutely beautiful, don't you think?
Anybody that hasn't seen this needs to get an appointment to come out to the Christmas Tree Lady's house, Miss Mikey Coogan, and it's also the home of her husband, Ed Coogan. What an amazing place.
Oh, absolutely. I was wowed the minute I walked in the door.
Me too.
And you know, the footage that we had at the parade and everything, I really enjoyed doing that. I'm sorry you didn't get to make it.
Yeah, I was a little sick that during that time.
That's okay. You're allowed one of them a year. Okay. But anyway, we're so glad you joined us, and you stay tuned. In January, we got some good things coming up, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.